Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your astrological forecast for November 2021. And just a quick reminder, you've also got a monthly tarot forecast already up. You can check it out by clicking on the link below my avatar and going to my main channel page, and you will see all the playlists nice and organized for you. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, November is the last of what I've been terming as theme months that we're going to have to deal with for some time. Okay, it's the last one. Ever since the end of August, beginning of September, all the planets have kind of clumped together in one, maybe two key points of the chart, and it's made the horoscopes kind of feel like there's only emphasis on one spot or two spots at a go, right? This is our last month of that. As we go into December, things are going to be a lot more diverse. We're going to see a lot more activity all over. This just happens every once in a while. And a big focus of this month is on your 12th house of your past, private matters, old business, and any kind of hidden zone revelations that need to come out. We've got Mars here from the end of October all the way through November and into December. The Sun is here from the 1st through the 20th. We've got Mercury here from the 5th through the 24th. And we've also got a new moon in this area on the 4th itself. So yes, there is a lot of emphasis on this 12th house space. With Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, and obstacle clearing in the 12th house, there is going to be a lot of support for you getting a chance to do a lot of reversal and undoing work, especially when it comes to commitments, decisions, or maybe even binds that you have attached yourself to over the course of the last 2 years. That's because when Mars is in our 12th house, there is this focus on cutting a lot of things that continue to weigh us down. But because of that reversal focus, right, we are reversing decisions that either we made or decisions that were made on our behalf or commitments that occurred because of our association. Maybe this is something that happened at the office. Maybe this is a decision that was made by a family member, or maybe this is something that occurred based on just what was going on in the environment in some other way. With Mars in the 12th house, we are reversing not only a lot of challenges that may have cropped up because of it, but we are actually getting a chance to flip the situation on its head in order for you to be able to not only catch up for lost time, but also repair a lot of elements of your life that may actually have gotten compromised by old decisions, even ones that you may have made yourself, because Mars in the 12th house, okay, we got to take ownership of our part in things, but it's here to help us so long as we help it help us. Mars in the 12th house is going to be accompanied by the Sun for the first 3 weeks of the month. The Sun is drawing attention, enhancement, and elevation opportunities to your 12th house. You're going to be seeing a lot of really positive financial and social prospects come up from out of your past and out of the woodwork this month. This could actually be giving you a chance to entertain old opportunities that you didn't get a chance to sink your teeth into, or maybe even review things that you may have dismissed, things that you may have judged prematurely, or maybe you didn't judge them prematurely, but we just did not afford ourselves the opportunity to explore. Maybe we weren't available to it at the time. Either way, with the Sun in the 12th house, we're getting a chance to revisit things that ultimately still resonate with us on a heart level. This could be bringing things back around full circle when it comes to maybe a financial prospect or a job opportunity, a lane shift when it comes to your career. And this could also be coming through spaces that are reminiscent of old journeys or old chapters in your life that really you still feel quite at home with, things that really do feel right, like they're a good fit. We're bringing back things that we sorely miss to have them in our present day. Mercury, the planet of communications, haste, and speed, is also opening up old contacts for you. So we're going to be opening up lines of communication with friends and with relatives and all kinds of people that maybe we've been out of touch with this month. And this could be where a lot of these opportunities from the past, these old ideas, old environments, old atmospheres, old relationships, are getting a chance to be re-examined and re-explored. And with Mercury in the 12th house, this is also going to be allowing you to maybe finish up a lot of unfinished work or unfinished business, especially when it relates to projects or pursuits that you had to put on hold that were really, really near and dear to you, or could actually be the linchpin in some kind of major breakthrough for you, your family, your marriage, or your career. In fact, with Mercury in the 12th house, we're also not only getting a chance to pick something up that got frozen or put on ice for a while, but we're also getting a chance to hurry along its maturation so we can actually get the gratification from not only having it get put back on the table, but actually having it get finished for real so that we can commence with new stories, new journeys, and see what that precipitates. Our new moon in this part of your chart is occurring on the 4th, and between the 4th and the 18th, you're getting a chance to bring something back to life. So we're not just fishing things out of the past, out of the attic, out of the basement, out of the closet. We're not just dealing with old unfinished business and clearing it away. But with the new moon, you're also going to have an opportunity to bring something back to life that may have actually been lost to time, or something that may have had its day, but we want to have it back even though it went a full life cycle. Or you are getting a chance to bring something back to life that maybe didn't get a chance to have its real opportunity to see what its longevity could have even been, right? Maybe the project was cut short, or we were just working with the wrong people, or maybe we were not in a position to be able to give it the time, energy, or resources it needed to stay afloat. With that new moon in Scorpio, we can actually bring it into the now in order to have it in a way where it is much more functional, much more supportive of us, and we much more available to it. We also have Venus in Capricorn the vast majority of the month, from the 5th going into December. Capricorn is your second house of earned income, employment, your finances, your values, and your valuables. And with Venus in the second house, you are sitting very comfortably in the world of economics this month, Sagittarius. You're going to be noticing that it's really easy for you to make a fair amount of money doing either the same amount or, if not less, work than you are used to doing for the sums you are pulling in. This often happens not only when we are getting more value for our work, but we are finding that the higher ticket opportunities or the higher priced opportunities, higher priced items are what's coming in demand. You're also getting a lot of support, love, and affection from your co-working space, from your clients, your customers, from your bosses, and this is going to be a very nurturing month for a lot of you, especially when it comes to being able to have sort of a new home set up for yourself in your career or at your office. This is also a great time to think about maybe raising your prices or setting higher price points, because you're attracting a lot of people in that are willing to pay. And the same thing goes for looking for new jobs or negotiating higher compensation. So those might be conversations to have as we proceed through November. After the 21st, we've got the sun in your sign, where it will remain until week 3 of December, followed very shortly by Mercury on the 24th. When we have the sun and Mercury at the same time in our first house of identity, our personal journey, our expression, and essentially everything to do with what is our adventure, what is our focus, not just what we have going on in the external, it's a time for us to get a bit of a rising star treatment. With the sun in our sign, you're getting that attention, enhancement, and elevation to become a bigger influence in a lot of environments that you have a voice in, that you frequent. And you are also getting a lot of attention from friends and from community folk that are also going to be hoisting you up, elevating you. Mercury in this part of your chart is also going to be speeding up your progress to a milestone, a goal, or an accomplishment that you have been trying to physicalize or realize. And with these two combined, you are not going to be going it alone. And you're going to be finding that you're well sourced to be able to get this done before the end of the year. So whatever kind of project it is, remember, it is the first house. So this could be anything you want it to be, anything you're gunning for as an accomplishment. Is it a new job? Is it a move? Is it something you want to do with your physical health, your spiritual path, your education? This is behind you to do with as you will. Finally, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, which occurs on November 21st. And Taurus is your sixth house, your work, reputation, your schedule, teams that you're on, as well as your service to the world. When we have a full moon lunar eclipse, its effect is much stronger and lasts much longer than a regular 2-week full moon window. We're all feeling this eclipse through February 21st. That first 90 days is really, really powerful. And a lot of you may actually be stepping into new lines of work over this 3-month period, whether it's something internal or external. You may be finding that you are getting a chance to interact with new populations that are really enhancing to your career, to your upward mobility. Some of you may also be finding that there is something worth quitting your job for, that because you are finding either a better prospect, a better employer, or you may be quitting a certain affiliation or alliance because something is actually growing to a much more substantial size and requires more of your time and attention in a good way. When we have a full moon lunar eclipse, there is most likely going to be some kind of ending or transition that has to occur, but because of everything that we just spoke about, I think it's because you're going to be taking your leave of some kind of financial or professional affiliation or obligation because your A plan is suddenly overshadowing your B plan. Now, this could be internally for some of you when we talk about employment situations, or externally. That's going to be on a Sagittarius to Sagittarius basis. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.